Theodore Roosevelt once said in 1910, "There are no words that can tell the hidden spirit of the wilderness, that can reveal its mystery, its melancholy, and its charm." South Dakota is no exception to these impactful words. The state stands as a prime location for wildlife and land to thrive. It allows people to enjoy the great outdoors in all its beauty. But it doesn't go without a challenge. The hard work of its residents and visitors are crucial to maintain its immaculate atmosphere. This includes myself as well. Hello, I'm Remington Miklos, a resident of Custer, South Dakota, and currently I'm in my sophomore year of high school. Living in the Black Hills, there are many ways to be a conservationist. One example of conservation is trapping. Now, I think it's safe to assume that 2020 wasn't the best year by any means, but my 2020 ended on a particularly good note because my dad and I caught a bobcat in our live trap. It was decided well before we had a bobcat in our trap that we would be utilizing a capture and collar program to help with the study of the animals in their natural environment in return for a sum of money. The program was incredibly interesting for me because by collaring the bobcats, state game and fish analysts are able to track the animals and their behavior to alert the analysts of any changes that need to be made to accommodate the animals to have a safe environment. Likewise, both my family and myself also take part in hunting to conserve. Hunting is both a local and crucial aspect of the Black Hills' ecological health. It's also a fun pastime of mine. It maintains a safe population and sufficient vegetation to be shared among animals and humans alike. Fun fact, there is even a reduced incidence of disease spreading that comes with hunting as well, which keeps both animals and humans away from harmful diseases that spread rapidly. Aside from trapping and hunting seasonally, there are plenty of small yet impactful recreational activities I partake in daily, one of which is recycling. We are encouraged at very young ages to save the planet and be conscious of where we put our waste. That's why whenever I'm at school or spending time with friends, I always make sure to dispose of my food properly. Even if I was drinking from a plastic water bottle, I always make sure to recycle it. It may not seem like much, but even by crushing my soda cans and taking them to my local recycling center, we'll keep those cans away from landfills and help create newer, more eco-friendly products. The city of Sioux Falls, South Dakota, reported an increased recycling rate of 23.4% in 2018 and 22.8% in 2019. Still, there is much further to go in the grand scheme of things, but it never hurts to start now, even in the other side of the state where I am. Another conservation activity that I highly enjoy is gardening. Gardening is really good for conservation because it benefits the air that we all breathe while also benefiting my family. I have to make sure the soil is properly fertilized and that all my grown foods and flowers are all watered and have enough sunlight. This is all basic planting guidelines to the average Joe, but by growing my food from home, my family is able to spend less at the grocery store, have better eating habits, and even reduce our carbon footprint. Not to mention, by fertilizing the soil, I replenish any nutrients the soil may be deprived of and give any insects a place to pollinate. These may all seem like little things that we are all aware of, but it's something a lot of people don't think about as much. With all things considered, I have to ask you this. Do you think you do enough for conservation? Despite the many things I do, I still believe there isn't at all a satisfying answer to that question. I may encourage my peers to conserve, I may recycle, I even may hunt and garden. I may even take the shortest possible showers to conserve water. But in the end, don't you think there is still so much more good that can be done? I know I will always strive better, to do better, to conserve the water we drink, the food we eat, the ground we step on, and the air we breathe to ensure we all live to be proud of our home. You don't have to look that far outside your window or walk that far outside your home to see the luscious green grass and the brisk free air, free of smog. But who knows when all of that could go away. I may be doing enough now, but enough isn't truly enough when it comes to conservation. And with that in mind, I ask everyone to think about that. Thank you so much for your time.